Good day, everyone. Today, we're going to discuss evolution of handwriting history to American handwriting system and its significance. Objectives. First, to familiarize the evolution of handwriting history to American handwriting system and its significance. Second, to demonstrate the evolution of handwriting history to American handwriting system and its significance. And third, to embrace the evolution of handwriting history to American handwriting system and its significance. Handwriting is a mechanism used to document speech. It records speech and conveys thoughts and feelings, pictures and ideas, concepts and emotions. Handwriting is a much more advanced method of communication. The written word is an established system of signs and symbols that allows every other perceiver to understand and interpret what the message content is conveying. We human beings use the alphabet, which is a system of signs and symbols representing certain letters. The alphabet allows us to understand and interpret the message content. This alphabet was also designed for consistency, so that most people can read and understand what the written message is imparting. The development of handwriting. First is the primitive cave drawings. Handwriting originated approximately 25,000 years ago. The first attempts at nonverbal communication by the Stone Age cave dwellers were through pictures drawn in caves. The Stone Age cave dweller was unable to write and may have used these pictures as a means to remember something he or she had to do, or perhaps even to leave messages for other cave dwellers. To create these pictures, they used sticks, sharp stones, or even their fingers. This is an example of primitive cave drawings. Second is world syllabic system. Much later, people started a system called phonetization. This phonetization enabled the speaker to create a sign or symbol much closer to the sound of actual speech rather than still drawing pictures of the animal or person. These symbols changed again, becoming letters that formed the alphabets of signs, which once more represented sounds. These sounds led to what was called phonetization. There are 5 fully developed systems of writing from different places. This includes the Sumerian system, the Egyptian system, the Chinese system, the Phoenician alphabet, and the Greek alphabet.
First is the Sumerian system. At around 4000 BC, the Sumerian people, who live in what is known today as modern Iraq, developed one of the earliest examples of handwriting. This type of handwriting was called cuneiform, as derived from the Latin word conius, which means wedge shape. This name was derived from pressing the triangular tip of a reed or a stick into newly made wet clay tablets. The Sumerians developed this writing to accommodate a rising administrative and economic need for public use. This is the image of cuneiform. Second, the Egyptian system roughly 1,500 years after the Sumerian era. A totally different writing system was developed in Egypt. The Egyptians designed a very beautiful stylish way of writing derived from the Greek, called hieroglyphics, which translate as the writing of the priest or gods. This writing was mainly used for sacred purposes, and when written was carved into stone. This is their handwriting system carved into stone. Nevertheless, by 5000 BC, the Egyptians were already using papyrus, pens, and ink to impart or share ideas and knowledge and to communicate. This is their handwriting system and papyrus. Third, the Chinese system. This is the only writing of all that has not had to be deciphered by any of the learned people. This writing has passed from generation to generation, and thus, the knowledge has not been lost. This writing appeared around the middle of the 2nd millennium BC during the Shang dynasty and consisted of pictographs which were later supplemented by phonetic characters. The first inscriptions made by the Chinese were made on animal bones, tortoise shells, bronze vessels, weapons, pottery, and even on jade. The left one was on an animal bone, and the right one was on a tortoise shell. Fourth, The Phoenician alphabet. The ancient Phoenician alphabet was developed around 15 BC. It comprised 22 phonetically based symbols and was widely used. The Phoenician writing system is a consonantal alphabet of symbols standing for sounds. The Phoenician alphabet was developed to improve communication in order to more easily facilitate trade with other surrounding cultures. By 800 BC, it had spread to Greece. This is an example of the Phoenician alphabet. Lastly, the Greek alphabet. By about 500 BC, the ancient Greeks were using an alphabet similar to the one being used today. As a matter of fact, the word alphabet is derived from the two first letters in the Greek alphabet, namely alpha and beta. The Greeks derived their writing system from the Phoenicians. This alphabet consisted of 22 letters, written from right to left with only the consonants. This is an example of the Greek alphabet.
The acquisition of handwriting. Currently, there are two standard styles of handwriting, one known as cursive and the other known as printing. Writers are no longer forced to write as was demanded in the earlier centuries. The cuneiform was forced upon the writer due to the pen used. The different syllabaries were forced upon the writer so as to be understood by most literate people. As handwriting has developed over centuries, so people develop their handwritings as they progressively get older. In school, the students taught to write a specific way by using a copybook standard of handwriting, instruction taught in a particular school. There are four systems of early American handwriting. This includes English roundhand, Spencerian, modern vertical writing, the arm movement writing. First is English roundhand. The English roundhand is a style of handwriting that developed in the 18th century, primarily in Great Britain. It grew out earlier writing styles, especially the cursive styles of the late 17th century, which were written with pen that had flexible nib. Second, the Spencerian. In this handwriting, there is simplification by the omission of extra stroke and flourishes. It lacks emphasis on shaded downstrokes on the most letters and used only one broad downstroke on capitals. Minuscule are considerably smaller than capitals, and the joints between letters tend to space them far apart.
Third, the modern vertical writing. This handwriting was made by Burr Foster and was used in 1890 to 1900. Foster aims to support the use of vertical writing in order to prevent certain ophthalmic and orthopedic disorders caused by the prolonged use of slanted writing. Lastly, the arm movement writing. Arm movement writing is involved pivoting at the shoulder to move the whole arm while the finger unrests face down. This handwriting was developed to simplify the learning, facilitate execution, and attain speed. Significance of American handwriting. Similarities and difference of form do not indicate identity. The resemblance in form may be general and simply indicate classification. The date and influence of system of writing have an importance bearing on the question of genuine or of forgery.